Hello! Today we're going to be talking about Fantasy on the Japanese Folk Song, the second violin part. I will begin by playing through one section at a time, and then breaking it down, talking about the notes, dynamics, articulations, bowing, just sort of going step by step through this piece. Here is the beginning, measures 2 through 7. 3, 4. So to begin, I started on measure 2 because measure 1 is a full measure of rest, so we rest for 4 beats. Then on measure 2 we come in on an up bow, piano, first finger B on the A string. So make sure we're starting at the tip and pushing up towards the ceiling. First finger B, and then we have B, B, C sharp. So it'll be 1, 1, 2, all on A string. Measure 3, we go down to our D string. 0, 0, 1, 3. Measure 4, back up to B on the A string. B, 1, 1, then G, 3 fingers on the D string. So again, measure 4 is 1, 1, 3. Measure 5, back to B on the A string. 1, 1, 1. Oops. Measure 6, we have B first finger and G third finger on the A string and D string. 1 finger on A, 3 fingers on D, and then 7, F sharp, second finger, 3, 4. Make sure that we hold that F sharp for 4 whole beats since it is a whole note. Now, moving on to measure 9 through 22, or excuse me, 9 through 14. I will play them and then go over them accordingly. 3, 4. Our dynamic is still piano throughout this, and at the very end we start to get a little louder through our crescendo on beats 3 and 4 of measure 14. At the very beginning of measure 9, the notes are as follows: F sharp, E, G. 2, 2, 1, 3, and we do that 3 times. So it'll be F sharp, E, G, second time, 2, 2, 1, 3, third time. Then measure 12 is 2 half notes on F sharp, second finger, and E first finger. Measure 13, we have a G string note. It is B second finger on the G string. We will be playing D, B, D, D. Fingerings are 0 for D, second finger for B, and 0 open string for D again. Measure 14 is slightly different. We have D, B, E, F sharp. So it starts the same way, but then beats 3 and 4 we have E and F sharp, first finger and second finger. And on the E and F sharp we must get a little bit louder so we can grow to mezzo piano at measure 15, which I will now demonstrate. Once again, we have some dynamic shifts in this section. We start at mezzo piano, we grow to mezzo forte, and then at 21 and 22, we grow over 2 whole measures until we hit forte at 23. Now for our notes, back to B on the A string. Rhythm, quarter, half quarter, short, long, short. Then measure 16, B and F sharp, we have 2 Bs, short, long, then short, F sharp. B, B, F sharp, In 17, we have the opposite. We have F sharp, and B. Same rhythm though. Short, long, short. Then measure 18 is the same as 15, all B, first finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 19 is B, B, C sharp. Should be familiar from measure 2, but we start down low this time. So 19, B, B, C sharp. Then 21, D and C sharp are the only two notes. 3 Ds, 1 C sharp, starting up bow. D, 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 C sharp. Make sure we get that slur. That's really important there. One more time. Here it is with finger numbers. 3, 3, 3, 2. Measure 21. 2 half notes on D and B, third finger and first finger. 3, 1. Then 22. We have D, D, B, and A. 3, 3, 1, 0, just like this. 3, 3, 1, 0. All the while, we have to be getting louder and louder so we can have a huge forte at 23. Right on 23, I will play up through 28. So there's a lot going on here. We start super loud at forte, the loudest we've been so far. Then we have to immediately start to decrescendo after 2 measures, not quite immediately. After 2 measures, we get quieter and quieter, and we have to get down all the way to a mezzo piano. So quite soft. Right when we reach that mezzo piano, right on measure 27, it says poco rit above, which means poco ritardando, or slowing a little bit. So we have to, as an ensemble, when we have rehearsals, we will spend time working together so we all slow down together with the conductor. But for right now, we just have to sort of be ready to actually do that slow down. So at this point, we slow down at our own pace, and then when we get into class with everyone else, we'll be working on it together and sticking as a group. So, notes from 23 to 28. Beginning D, A, D, D, all on the A string. 3, 0, 3, 3, just like this. 3, 0, 3, 3. Measure 24, 3, 0, 3, 2, D, A, D, C sharp, just like this. 3, 0, 3, 2. Then measure 25. We have mostly A string with 1 D string note. We have B first finger to start, then F sharp second finger on D, then back up to A string with B and C sharp. It will be 1, 2, 1, 2, as follows. 1, 2, 1, 2. The first second finger is D string, the second finger is A string. Then at 26, we have another slur. Really important that we get this one. It is first finger B, slurred to third finger G. So we have to do a string crossing as well. 1, 3, 1. Go back to B on that half note. Meanwhile, while we're doing the notes in 25 and 26, getting softer and softer with our decrescendo. Then, 27, we have our poco ritardando. First finger E, open D and first finger E, slurring first. 1, 0, 1. Then 28, we have 3, 2, 1, G, F sharp, E. Again, slurring. G, F sharp, E. And once again, getting even softer through 28 so that we can arrive at a piano at 29 again. At 29, it says a tempo, which is when we go back to the original tempo after a ritardando, or if we speed up as well, which would be called an accelerando. We do not have that, but it will always show up as a tempo if we go back to the original tempo. Right on 29, I will play up through 36. 3, 4. piano through measure 31, and at measure 32, we start a crescendo, and then at measure 33, we arrive at a mezzo piano. And then at 36, we have another crescendo, and then at 37, we arrive on mezzo forte. So, note-wise, lots of open D strings, nice and friendly for left hands. Half note on D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and easy at 29. 30 is a little trickier because we are asked to do a fourth finger on our D string to play A. So we're going to play 0, then 4, 3. Fourth finger, third finger on that slur from A to G. It'll be easier than trying to do an open string since we don't have to do a string crossing. Measure 31, more open Ds. 32, we have D and G third finger. I'll play 31 and 32 together. Here they are. 31 and 3 and 32. And get louder, third finger. Now at 33, we stay on third finger G for 2 beats, and then we go to our A string. We have B, A, and then open A again. And we slur that B and A, first finger to 0. So here it is. 3, 3, 1, 0, 0. Once again. 3, 3, 1, 0, 0. Those 8th notes are quick, so just make sure that we keep them in time. Then 34, all on A string. B, B, D, C sharp. 1, 1, 3, 2. As follows. 1, 1, 3, 2. And again, slur those 2 quarter notes on D and C sharp. 35, we have G, G, A, A, open A this time. So we'll have third finger on D, G, then A, and then last measure for this section, we have B, B, C sharp again. B, B, C sharp. All the while, we are growing our sound through a crescendo. Faster bow speed, make a little more hair, get our hair a little more flat on the string, move closer to the bridge. Now, at 37, we arrive at our mezzo forte, as I briefly mentioned. We have another crescendo up to a forte at 41. But right now, let's just look at 37 to 40 and get that crescendo. Here it is. 3, 4. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. We have, at first, nice and simple, mezzo forte, AAB, 0, 0, 1. Then right away at 38, our first note is a C, but it is not a C sharp, it is C natural. It says L2, meaning low 2. So you need to have your second finger touching your first finger. So we play C natural, C, C, and B, first finger. Make sure we slur those last 2 notes again. C, 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 B. Then we have to make a big jump down to our G string. First finger on our G for A. We have A, A, and then open G twice. A, then G. Then, measure 40, we go to second finger, B. Then we have open D, and then we have a 3, 2, 1, A. So lots of jumping around. It will be on G string, 2, then open D, A string, 3, 2. Once again, 2, 2, 0, 3, 2. One more time. 2, 2, 0, 3, 2. Then at measure 41, we are at forte. It says broad bow, so nice big sound, big, lots of bow. Make sure that we are getting a full forte sound. We have a day crescendo down to mezzo piano, and then another day crescendo into 47, which is rest, but then we come back at piano at 48. I will play 41 through 46. 3, 4. quite a lot to talk about. Let's start at 41. Notes are D, A, D, and E. We're going to use a fourth finger for our E rather than our E string. Sounds a little nicer. We will be doing 3, 0, 3, 4. Really reach for your pinky. It's the weakest finger, so we have to really develop those muscles in our hand and our finger to make sure that we can get it all the way up and press down hard enough to make it sound. 42 starts the same way, but the last beat is different. We have 2 eighth notes. We have D, A, D, then D, C sharp. So 3, 0, 3, 3, 2. Just like that. 3, 0, 3, 3, 2. Once more. 3, 0, 3, 3, 2. Now at 41, we have first finger B, second finger F sharp, first finger B, and then D, C sharp again. So we have 1, 2, 1, 3, 2. First finger, second finger, first finger, 3, 2. 44, we have eighth notes. They're not slurred, so make sure we're separating these ones. It starts on B, and the other note is G. It's 3 B's and 1 G. So we have B, B, G, B. Or 1, 1, 3, 1. Then we make another big jump down to our G string. This is second finger B once again. And our other note is open G string. So we just go 2, 2, 0, 2. Like this. 2, 2, 0, 2. Once more. 2, 2, 0, 2. And we do the exact same fingering at measure 46 with a slight decrescendo. And then at 47, we have our rest. 48, come in piano, grow up to a mezzo forte until there's another poco ritardando. And then we get a little quieter, decrescendo, until we see meno mosso at measure 51. Meno mosso means less motion. So instead of saying a tempo and going back to the original speed, we take the ritardando and slow down, and we stay slow. Then we have another ritardando at 52, and we just end at 53 with a fermata, which is a little dot with the semicircle above it, the little I symbol. It's called a fermata. That means play until the conductor says to stop. It'll be longer than 4 beats. I will play 48 to the end. 3, 4. So, everything is nice and slowing down. It's a softer dynamic. It gets to mezzo forte, but it immediately comes back down to piano. So it swells really loud and it comes back down. It's the end. It's very final. So, going over notes and how to play this, we start on open D and first finger E. D, D, E. Measure 48. This is measure 49 now, same exact notes. Up bow on D, D, then E. And again, make sure we're growing to mezzo forte so that at measure 50, which is the mezzo forte, and the poco rit, we have an F sharp, second finger, F sharp, B. And we have to be ready to slow those down. So going from 48 up through 50, all three measures together, we have D, D, E, louder, D, D, E, then slowing down, 2, 3, 4. And then the meno mosso, 1, 2, 3, 4. Piano, even softer than that, just played. We want to play open D string, first finger A on our G string, and then open D string again. Slower. D, A, D, D. Last three notes are just open Ds. Slowing down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4, and hold. At the end of a fermata, especially at the end of a piece such as this, the conductor will be giving a cutoff gesture that will look something like that. They'll give a little circle and usually close their fingers together. If they have a baton, they'll usually close the left hand and hold the baton. So the last measure, 52 and 53 would look something like this. D, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And you keep holding. Sometimes they'll move their hands, sometimes it'll stay still, but you keep playing until you see that. And then you lift your bow off the string when the fingers come together and you see a little lift. So hopefully this was helpful. That is the entirety of Fantasy on a Japanese folk song.